Hello friends, and thank you so much for joining me here at Non-Toxic Home today. As always, I am joining you from our non-toxic homestead. As you can see out here, it is fall. It's chilly out here, but look, I'm not wearing gloves, I don't have my hood up, and I'm not in anaphylaxis. That's a testament to the benefit of this herb that I'm going to discuss with you today. Ginger. I've actually taken ginger for quite some time. I first started taking it probably about 10 years ago or so, primarily when I got a cold. The sheer amount of research that is published about ginger is utterly astonishing. It has been studied for a wide variety of benefits, some of which I'm going to share in this discussion with you. Some of it I won't, because the peer-reviewed body of research is so vast in regards to this one simple, widely used herb or spice, whatever you want to call it. As I've already mentioned, I first started taking it basically when I got a cold, and I developed a healing tea with turmeric, and I've already discussed turmeric in a previous video. Turmeric, ginger, as far as what the main herb you want to be in the healing tea, that's up to you. I usually used to use green tea, and then I put vinegar, lemon juice, and sometimes cayenne pepper in it, and I would drink that whenever I got a cold, and I still do. We still do that here to this day and find it to be very beneficial. And that was just the plain ginger that you buy off the grocery store shelf, all right? Ginger has been found to obviously help with colds. It is an overall immune booster in regards to, when you're sick. And it's also a known respiratory aid. Ginger is also one of the things that I took in order to cure fibromyalgia. I have a video up. If you go to our website and search fibromyalgia, it's cured for me. And I share a number of the steps that I took in regards to curing fibromyalgia. So ginger was part of that. Ginger is an natural anti-inflammatory. Of course, a lot of people take aspirin, they take ibuprofen, naproxen, those sorts of things. And NSAIDs basically eat holes in your stomach, the chemical NSAIDs. And so if you can avoid those non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, you might want to consider talking to your doctor about that. I replaced that with ginger and turmeric years ago, personally myself, and it's far more beneficial and effective in my opinion, and certainly far safer. Of course, this is not medical information or advice, and these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. So that was key in addressing the inflammation of fibromyalgia. For me personally, a lot of people also take ginger for arthritis. It helps fight pain. If Dave, gets hurt or gets a muscle strain or something like that, I'll have him take ginger and turmeric capsules, and that will help him, along with, of course, a good night's sleep. There are, a number of things that you want to address when it comes to ensuring that your sleep is indeed healing. You want to avoid radio frequencies in the bedroom. If you search for that on our website, if you search for, I'll link to it below because I can't think of the title, but that we've got 5 easy steps to reduce that exposure at night. And also mattresses, we've got multiple articles on mattresses, because that's right against where you're sleeping. You don't want any more toxin exposure at night when your body's trying to heal than necessary. And so typically, he takes ginger, he takes turmeric, and he has a good night's sleep, and he's fine the next day. Nausea and digestion, those are also aspects that are known that ginger aids with. Headaches, Dave used to take Excedrin migraine or knockoffs, and he no longer takes that. Ginger was one of the things that I used to replace that for him, to get him off of that addictive medication. And so it definitely helps to prevent headaches, because it's happened for him. that occurred for him. One of the primary benefits for me personally of ginger today is that it aids in thermoregulation. I used to be diagnosed with Reynaud syndrome, which basically means that your nose, your extremities, your fingers, your hands, your toes, your feet might turn blue because the circulation basically slows down, or in some cases completely ceases, especially when it's cold. Mast cell activation syndrome also I'm diagnosed with a severe case of that as well. And thermoregulation problems often arise in individuals with mast cell activation syndrome. And this is important for cold climates. If you actually want to go outside when it's cold, or if the power goes out. I used to go into anaphylaxis if I was very long in an environment below 66 degrees. For years, that was the case. And that's not the case now. Look, I'm outside. It's cold. I don't know what the temperature is because I don't pay attention. But it's cold out here. It's not cold enough quite for you to see my breath, but it's still cold out here. And I'm obviously not in anaphylaxis right now. That's because I take ginger. Ginger improves circulation. This is really important today because 5G infrastructure of small cell towers on the land here on our Earth is just all across the world, rolling out since 2020. Really, of course, it was rolling out before that as well, but really, really ramped up in 2020. And of course, the dirigibles, the satellites, SpaceX et al. In the sky, that addresses places like here, rural southern Indiana. And we are not immune from the impacts of the microwave radiation. And so basically wherever you live, you're going to have that exposure. And if you don't yet, you're going to have that exposure. Obviously, you want to avoid it as much as possible. But we have a non-toxic home. We don't have radio frequency sources in our home. And it's still a problem, especially when we're outside. So the increase in circulation is particularly beneficial today, and a lot of people have heart issues, partially because of that, partially because of other reasons, which I won't go into in this video, but it improves your overall heart health, ginger does, and obviously it helps with Raynaud syndrome, it helps with mast cell activation syndrome, any thermoregulation issues you may have, it aids with that. Now, how we take it, Dave takes it in capsules, and I don't take it in capsules. I personally take the regular off-the-shelf kitchen ginger in my tea, in my healing tea still. I drink that every morning. If you want to know what I have in that tea, you can look at our video, These Herbs Saved My Life, which is on all of our streaming platforms. And those are all the herbs that I put in that tea every single day. And then I also put the other things that I discussed previously in there, as well as, of course, ginger, as I've said. So I take that, and then I also take Bulk Supplements ginger root extract right here. And this is beneficial specifically because the raw ginger, just taking regular ginger, is a bit much to take very much of it unless you take it in capsules. Whereas this, I can take a lot more of it without being subject to the just the strong taste of taking a lot of ginger at once. So that's how we take it. I take it both as a spice in my tea and then also as an extract from Bulk Supplements. I've been using Bulk Supplements products for about a year and a half, actually I think potentially over a year and a half. One of the things that I really appreciate about them is that they don't use latex gloves in their facilities, which is important for me because I have a latex allergy. And, many people have latex allergies, and most people who have a latex allergy aren't actually diagnosed with it, by the way. It took me decades to get a diagnosis. They have a wide variety of products, and their customer service actually responds if you have questions, which is huge these days. Most companies don't respond to my questions. And I have got an article on the website, How I Ask About Latex Content. Just one question, just one simple question. And generally I don't get a response to asking about a specific product. Their customer service actually responds. And not only that, they seem to have brains, which is wonderful. And they utilize them. Unlike a lot of other companies that just ignore me, I can actually ask them more than one question in an email, and they can handle it typically, which is wonderful. They have not let me down as far as their customer service goes, quite frankly. I will drop in the comments below a discount code and affiliate code for 10% off in the comment section because they've changed part of their program, and that changes monthly now. The one thing about ginger to be careful about is that if you're on blood thinners, it can cause some problems. And if you're on other medications, if you have other health issues, be sure to do your due diligence, do a good deal of research, talk to your doctor, that sort of thing. So hopefully this has been beneficial to you. If so, be sure to sign up for our free newsletter because it's free and it's once a week or less. So thanks so much for being here. Have a most beautiful, blessed day. Stay warm. Stay non-toxic. Non-toxic out.